During its quarterly earnings conference call last week, Samsung teased a variety of changes, including improved CPUs, more AI innovations, and updated cameras to keep its stockholders satisfied. Among these commitments was a focus on the performance of the Z Fold 7 in terms of sales and public response, along with a vague promise to continue innovating within the foldable portfolio and provide new experiences. I suspect Samsung is subtly hinting at its upcoming Z TriFold, which boasts an exciting tablet and phone design. However, I hope the allure of a new form factor doesn't distract the Korean company from its existing Fold lineup. The Z Fold 7 has already impressed us, but it still requires 2 significant updates next year, and I believe Samsung should not become complacent or overlook these needs. Google has already demonstrated that any Android manufacturer can add proper Qi2 compatibility to a phone using the necessary magnets without compromising thickness or weight. This year's Pixel 10 Pro Fold is only 0.1 mm thicker and 1 gram heavier than last year's Pixel 9 Pro Fold. This represents a negligible compromise compared to the substantial benefits of having all the components needed for Qi2 integrated into the device. Samsung can and should adopt a similar approach with its flagship products next year. If you're spending $2,000 or more on a Z Fold 8 in 2026, you wouldn't want it to lack a feature already available in the Pixel 10 Pro Fold in 2025. That would feel incredibly outdated. And yeah, you and I both know that examples with magnets exist. But as I've already argued numerous times, it's not the same thing. For one, everyone gets a broader choice of magnet-compatible cases when the phone itself has magnets. It would no longer be an extra that only a few case brands will offer, but the norm. This would also affect the public view around the phone. A model that becomes magnet-compatible with a hack that a few educated people follow is not the same as one that arrives with the magnets built in, out of the box. Companies that create wireless chargers, stands, and other accessories would start selling more products for it and potentially make customized models solely to meet its foldable form factor. For example, Google has deliberately engineered and weighed the Pixel Snap charger with stand so that the Pixel 10 Pro Fold can balance on it with the screen open. The Z Fold 8 demands similar attention for its accessories. A basic no-magnet Qi2 ready construction won't push firms to go the extra mile. Case-based magnet hacks do not fix the problem. And when phone makers incorporate magnets into the device, accessory producers scale up more chargers, more stands, and tailor-made gear to support a foldable's distinctive open-screen posture. We've already witnessed purpose-built magnetic stands created with calibrated mass and angles so that a foldable can remain docked when open. There is no ecosystem without magnets. It never completely materializes, and owners tinker with specialty cases and finicky pads. At this time, Qi2 is a given for a Halo device. Leaving it off would be like launching a flagship laptop without USB-C charging in a world of gallium nitride power bricks. The Fold 8 will need to adopt the magnetic power profile from the start and utilize it on both screens. But water resistance is only half the picture. Dust turns out to be the slow killer of foldable, bank-shutting into gears, cams, and flex assemblies until every open-close feels like crunching glass. Which is why the second must-have is a sealed, dust-tight hinge that allows for an IP68 classification, with the 6 denoting full protection from solids per IEC 60529. Samsung's new huge foldable is rated IP48, which implies only fairly large particles are stopped. Better than nothing, but in real life it's the fine dirt of beaches, hiking trails, pockets, and workbenches that causes harm. The competition has upped its game. Some new foldables have attained IP58, and some have exhibited a gearless, hermetic hinge design that keeps particles out altogether. Samsung, with its scale and materials prowess, can accomplish it if rivals can. Repair networks often report that hinge failure is a prevalent problem caused by contamination, and anyone who's heard a gritty crack mid-fold knows the panic connected with it. A perfectly sealed hinge isn't a luxury. It's the difference between a device that you baby and one you live with. When you design a product category with moving parts, dust ingress prevention is the key promise. Foldables are out of the niche experiment stage. Global foldable shipments are growing into the tens of millions, according to Counterpoint Research, with competition heating up as players including Honor and Vivo crank out releases. Samsung's early lead has shrunk, and the path back isn't about cosmetic repairs. It's about engineering triumphs every day. The QI2 magnets would unleash an outpouring of accessories: magnetic automobile mounts that support a book-style foldable, desk stands with an open inner display for video chats, and travel chargers that click into place on tiny tray tables. An IP68 rating would offer phone customers confidence to take the Fold 8 practically any place, and not just in the world's safest pocket. These are the changes that increase glide and gadget life and boost satisfaction scores. Body and soul stuff like this is what helps preserve a premium pricing and brand loyalty. Samsung can and ought to give better cameras, smarter on-device AI, and faster chips. But without the built-in QI2 magnetic charging and real IP68 dust protection, the Z Fold 8 would be behind instead of a step ahead of where the category is obviously moving. If those two don't come together, the single smartest thing is this: wait until they do, and then release foldable phones that establish the standard all over again. Leaks regarding the Z Fold 8 have been limited, indicating that Samsung is keeping things closely under wraps. Early indications imply the corporation is concentrating on enhancing the existing formula instead of releasing a complete makeover. Notable changes for the Z Fold 8 apparently include a slightly larger inner panel with a new aspect ratio and peak brightness reaching up to 2600 nits. The smartphone is believed to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 CPU, delivering up to 16 gigs of RAM and 1 TB of storage for enhanced durability. The 200 megapixels main camera will presumably return, albeit with enhanced picture processing thanks to further enhancements to the Pro Visual Engine. Software will also see changes, with a probable One UI 9 providing sharper AI capabilities, easier multitasking, and better flex mode interactions. While cost is projected to continue around the $1,999 range, Samsung is focused on enhancing everyday usage, creative potential, and battery life. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 will also come alongside the Galaxy Z Flip 8, providing users two alternative folding form factors to select from. We reported back in July that the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could use an ASP laser-drilled metal plate to minimize the display crease. A noticeable display crease is one of the greatest challenges that has hampered foldable devices since their beginnings. While Samsung and other smartphone OEMs have effectively managed to lessen the size and visibility of the display crease, it is still very much there. So, if Samsung can get rid of the display crease in next year's Z Fold 8, it will be a major improvement and possibly a huge selling feature. Korean outlet DealSite has now revealed that, citing industry sources, Samsung is actually adopting a laser-drilled metal plate to fix the display crease issue. The solution, strangely, is also predicted to be adopted by the foldable iPhone. In addition to the eradication of the display crease, DealSite also predicts that the Z Fold 8 is rumored to receive a 5000+ mAh battery. This will be a considerable gain over the Z Fold 7, as Samsung's current top foldable relies on a 4400 mAh cell. However, other than the display crease reduction, the most exciting aspect of the Z Fold 8 is the alleged reappearance of the S Pen. DealSite adds that expectations are also high for the addition of the S Pen on the Z Fold 8. Samsung pulled off the S Pen support from the Z Fold 7, likely to lower the thickness of the display. Finally, DealSite believes that Samsung is aware of Apple's decision to deliver a foldable iPhone in 2027. So, the business is reportedly likely to make further improvements to the Galaxy Fold 8 to compete favorably with the arrival of the 2027 iPhone Fold. According to a rumor from a Korean website called DealSite, Samsung will deploy a new laser drilling metal plate technology in the Galaxy Z Fold 8 display. This new way will make the wrinkle in the middle of the screen less obvious. Earlier models like the Z Fold 7 had a clear fold line, which many users did not like. The new hinge design is intended to make the screen smoother and stronger when you open or close the phone. Interestingly, the same technology is also likely to be employed in the speculated iPhone Fold. This means both Apple and Samsung might use a similar method to make their foldable phones better. If this leak proves out to be real, Samsung might finally overcome one of the greatest difficulties people have with foldable phones: the apparent crease. The source also indicates the Z Fold 8 battery will be larger than before. It could cross 5,000 milliamps, which is substantially more than the 4,400 milliamps battery in the current Z Fold 7. This means customers may expect longer battery life, even with heavy use. The phone is also likely to bring back the S Pen, which makes note-taking and drawing easier. Samsung is likely to introduce both the Z Fold 8 and Galaxy Z Flip 8 around July 2026, provided everything goes as planned. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.